Hello, everybody. How are you? Now, guys, I'm standing on the outside of a DC-10 traveling over 575 miles per hour at 35,000 feet. Now, you're asking why? Well, I don't know about you, but I'm tired of the outrageous prices airlines charge for air travel. We've had air travel for decades, and the prices are still incredibly high. And I have 2 trips that I need to take to Ohio later this year for different family events. So I'm testing riding on the outside of the plane as a way to save money. So I climbed on the back of a DC-10 traveling from LAX in Los Angeles to Cleveland Hopkins International in Cleveland, and I'm coming up on the final moments of this journey, and I've been on top of this plane for over 3.5 hours in 60-degree below weather. So guys, if you want to consider this option, this way of traveling, remember, it's really windy and it's really, really cold. But there are certain advantages. You can see forever. You know how when you're inside the plane and you're sitting next to those obnoxious people and you don't have the window seat? Even if you have the window seat, you can barely see anything out the window. And if you, God forbid, you're sitting next to the window seat person or on the aisle and you're trying to peer over them out the window to see what's going on, you can barely see a thing. It's like looking through a clear postage stamp from 15 yards away. Well, on the outside of the plane, guys, I can see forever. I am now coming into Ohio, the closing moments of this flight into Cleveland. I can see into Canada. I can see into Justin Trudeau's house. He's petting the dog. I can see all the way to Britain. They're voting on Brexit right now, and it doesn't look like it's going good because they're starting to swing at each other. I can see all the way down into Mexico, and they are still saying they're not going to pay for the wall. Guys, you can see forever on the outside of a plane. But remember, it's really, really cold. I had to pull on my extra hoodie. I've got the hood up and I've got it tied securely around my head. Now, I'm attached to the plane with a combination of bubble gum and duct tape. This is my first test. I think next time I'm going to attach some of that double-sided Velcro tape to the plane itself and then put on Velcro gloves and Velcro shoes to better secure myself to the plane. The other thing is, it's really, really noisy. I don't know if you can even hear me. There's such a wind noise. So I've been texting instead for most of this flight and uploading shots to Instagram. So if you want to see those photos, and if you want to see my Twitter updates, go to my feed on both of those platforms, and you'll be able to see it live as we come into the closing moments of this flight. And guys, I figured I saved over $600-700 on this flight, and that's going to add up when I do it again 2 more times later this year. Now we're coming into Cleveland Hopkins. I don't know, honestly, this is one part of the journey that I haven't quite figured out yet, and that is how to get off of the plane undetected. Now I figure I can slide onto the wing and then gently lower myself to the ground once on the tarmac and then just walk casually into the terminal. And it's all about confidence, guys. That's one thing I've always had, and so that's what I'm counting on as we come into, we're starting to low, coming down, we're coming down into Cleveland Hopkins. We're coming up onto the runway. Here we go, guys. All right, we're landing and taxiing now, taxiing as we come up to a final stop. And there's the sign. There's a sign right there at the end of the tarmac as we pull into the terminal, and it says, "Welcome to LaGuardia? Welcome to LaGuardia." What?